Hi there. So, I felt compelled to make a video, I guess, to help myself kind of process some things and also to share this message with whoever might find it helpful. Um, this morning, I've been thinking a lot about taking time for myself, and that might be in the form of asking for a few moments to gather your thoughts before responding to a situation, or allowing yourself to rest if you need it, or just for some space if you need it. And I think we can get caught up in thinking about others' responses to when we need a moment. Am I letting others down? Will someone be upset with me if I have to ask for some space for myself? And I think it is important to be able to, appreciate their response, but not necessarily allow that to dictate our pace in life. And I'm coming with this message, I guess, because this morning someone contacted me and basically let me know they needed to talk about something. It was pretty urgent for them. And what my first feeling was, or response, was that my body automatically sort of went into a panic mode. you know, um, Maybe you've experienced the same thing. Your stomach or your chest gets a little tight and quivery, and breath kind of becomes a little shallow, and maybe all your brain can do is think about what that conversation will be. It almost tries to dive into the future moment. And when others ask these kind of time sensitive things of us, or want us to, I guess, do something in their time frame, it can be a little jarring. I'm not sure if anyone else struggles with this, but I certainly do as a people pleaser. So it can be hard to say, I need a moment, even to myself. I will answer, respond, get back to, or help as much as I can on my own time frame. And I think, I'm not sure if anyone else has this response, but my body definitely jumps into action mode. Ready to go, ready to perform whatever action it is that will make me feel safe enough to return to neutral again. And I guess this is a little bit of an exercise in taking a breath purposefully, taking a moment to process, to breathe, to try and keep your body calm, regardless of what others are asking of you, regardless of what you have to do today or who needs something from you. And I like to borrow from one of my favorite ASM artists, Sarah Louise Tilsey, who has a great saying. And she says, "Nobody needs anything from you at this moment. Nobody wants anything from you at this moment." And those words they may not be true, but what they do is allow us to take a little bit of space, take some time. And the more and more we get comfortable with that feeling of learning how to take a breath and calm our body's responses, the more we practice that, the better. Now, I want to take a few moments, take a few breaths with you, and sort of walk through what I would say to myself if I was struggling with that kind of feeling of having to do something, feeling obligated. So a deep breath always helps, and just keep taking those deep breaths. So the first thing that our body does is contracts, and that applies to our muscles and our lungs. And before we know it, we're taking very shallow breaths. So fill those lungs up and take a long, deep breath out. Again. Take a long, deep breath out. Slow. And you might have thoughts arise. And it's okay to have thoughts come up, or whatever feelings in your body, be they feelings of tightness in your stomach, or across your shoulders, in your neck. Try to allow them to be there and just keep breathing. Now, I want you to say to yourself in these moments that I am allowed to feel the way I feel. I allow this feeling in my body, the tightness, the flutters in my stomach, however it manifests for you. Choose to allow it. And simply breathe and really be there with it. Go into your body, notice where it is. try to look at it, feel it without judgment. Another deep breath in and out. Now, once you've sat with that feeling in your body, turn your attention towards your thoughts. And your thoughts might be spiraling and spiraling around the same concept. Something that says, I need to do what others expect of me. I need to get that thing done before the end of the day for whomever. And I want you to pick those thoughts out and look at them as though you're holding a leaf in your hand or a feather. And you're simply going to look at it and then let it go. You're just going to look at them with no judgment. It's not a bad thought. It's not a good thought. It just is a thought. And let them just slip away, slide off of you. Just wipe them away. All the while still breathing into your body. And maybe you can try to replace those thoughts. Once you've let go of them in the wind, you can try to generate some thoughts that maybe allow you to take the space that you need to own your timeline and your time. And thank your body and your mind for trying to protect you. That's all that response is doing. That anxiety, that feeling of, frenetic energy that's running through you. It's only trying to give you cues to avoid unpleasant feelings. But with unpleasant feelings, the key is to turn towards them, not away from them. Be with them. Sit with the discomfort. Sit with yourself as if you are a friend. Give yourself the compassion that you need to navigate this moment, to release the anxious feelings, to breathe through the nervousness, and to allow yourself whatever it is you need in that moment. And deep within you, you know what that is. Your intuition will guide you, and you'll know what to do. You'll know what you need now. There are other strategies that you can try as well, because though these are very helpful things, sometimes the energy gets stuck in parts of our body. So if you need a little bit of extra help in this moment, here are some things that might assist you. And they may seem silly, but they've been used for millennia as a way for human beings to discharge energy, and for animals as well. So, I want you to take a deep breath in, and on the release, you're going to hiss it out. Hiss it out. Or you can choose to roar like a lion. I told you these would be silly. So either breathe in, take a deep, deep breath, filling the lungs, imagining that breath going into the areas that are still feeling a little bit tense, a little bit nervous and fluttery, filling those areas with a big cleansing breath, and then letting it all out with a hiss, a sigh, like an ocean crashing on the shore, or a lion roaring. Now, another strategy could be that you actually get up and move your body in whatever way feels intuitive. So like an animal, like a dog, when they get nervous, they yawn, or you may see them shaking, kind of like they're shaking off water out of their coats. But they do this to discharge pent-up physical energy in their bodies. So we can do the same. And this can be done through joyful movement or solemn movement, sort of rhythmic dance, or just shaking your body. Now, the third thing that you can do to assist your body in ridding itself of some of that excess energy that's kind of stubborn and won't dislodge is you can also get your heart rate up. And I know that everyone says exercise is the holy grail for everything. And it can be a challenge to get that in on a daily basis, but it really does help. It doesn't have to be anything too intense either, or too long. You can walk, you can dance, you can do a couple of jumping jacks, something to just shake that energy out. Get that nervousness, that electricity, and discharge it out of your body. So, even when others need something from us, we ultimately have to stand true with ourselves, with where we are, with our energy levels, with what we can give to the world, and the space that we need to take for ourselves. We need to have the integrity and compassion to be able to stand up for what it is that we need in that moment. And this can be really difficult, but it's not impossible. And once you're able to practice that, it gets easier and easier. So just consider that. And I hope that this video helps anyone else who might struggle with feeling compelled to live life on other people's terms, or to give of themselves when they have nothing left to give. And anytime you're struggling with that, I urge you to come back to this video and maybe use it as a reminder of some helpful things that you can do. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and take care.